Hi, this is a Enfold team tutorial. We'll look at the layer slider real quick. You should go here, click the. Now this is you can import export sliders, and online there's a whole lot of these codes out for various sliders made for different themes and websites. And if you look for something like layer slider and then just paste like a piece like this, you're going to get a whole lot of results. And just paste it in here, and I see no point to doing it because it's pretty intuitive. The first thing you should do is import sample sliders. See this button here, and excuse me, and when you click it, you're going to get the Enfold ones. Well, I already had it. So now you open it up. You got here different slides. These are the main slides. Here you got the settings. This is the first place you should go, and you have to be careful. You don't put 100% here. You have to put size like 1120, and the height. And if you have box layout, you turn this off. If you have stretch layout, you turn it on. That's fine. You can automatically start it, pause and hover. If you want it random. Anything else here useful? Don't set this. All depends how many buttons you want. Yeah, preload them. Relative. Yeah, that's all good. Unsave. Right. Now let's go back to the slides. Now we'll look at slide 1. If you want to edit it, which you got to remember, these are the actual tracks, you can call them. So each one of these images or sentences are in their own track, like iMac is this one. And see back there, it appears and disappears. This is a useful thing. After you position something, you lock it in because it's easy to bump it, because all you got to do is just, that's it. And things move around, and you enter preview, and you see things now in a different place. That's as simple as it is. You can put this here and that over there and that here, and it changes the way you want it. Now, if you want to start something new, you can add a new slide. And just show for example. See, it's nice and clean, nothing here. 3D animations, they have about 20 different cool animations. You can select transitions by clicking here. Oh, need to see if you put your mouse over, it shows how one slide changes to another, what the animation is, and then there's a whole lot of them here. You can choose random. See, you keep on going. It's 100 of them. In any case, or you can use 2D animation. Right. Now, here on, where is it here? Here on top, if you want to have a background image to the slide, you put it here, and that's the one thing that won't move. If you don't want it, you don't have to. Okay, let's put one. All right, let's assume that's our background. And now you can add layers and click on the layer, first layer. Now what's happening here is if you want to add an image, you can only add one thing. Well, you can add more, but they'll move together at the same time. So if you want to add an image, you go here and let's say this one will animate. Okay. See, now this one you can move. That one's the background. So now what's happening is we go back to the layer 1. We see that the bed is right there, and we have to go over here. There's a couple of things that are interesting here. One is options, which is the most important, and link and style. Style is more important if you have words. If you have you put a sentence there, and don't bother with attributes, and don't link if you want to link the image or your words. That's where you do it. But you go to options. Now what's happening here is the image is going to come in offside somewhere, and this thing responsible for that. Then it's going to do something, sit there, and there's a delay here responsible for that. And here you can see there's, come in from the top, from the bottom. Let's say we make the bed come from the left. It's going to take 1 second, so we want the bed to come over here, let's say. So we got, let's make it 2 seconds. Now, this is just the type of how smooth the movement is. You can try a few things yourself. I use quad. Now what's happening is once it reaches in 2 seconds, it's going to move from here to the center, and then it's going to pause for a certain amount of seconds. So let's make it pause for another 2 seconds. And at that point, it's going to execute this transition out. So now it's going to be exiting the stage. And let's make it fade. It'll fade out. Fade, yeah. And it'll fade over a 1 second time frame. And again, this is just how smooth the animation is. And here it's delay before the animation starts. Alright, whatever. I usually if this is 2000, I put this as 2100, but you could see this you don't need. This rotation and scale, for example, when the bed moves in, if you put it like this, it'll start very small and kind of grow in there to its full size. And when it goes out, let's make it go out, fade upside down. So now you just enter preview. Now cue the bed. Where's the bed? There's the bed, see? Boom. That's it. It pretty much did exactly what I said. It came in kind of blowing up from 0.1 scale to a full 1 scale. And it hung out for a second or two. See, this is why it's good to put like that. And then it kind of did a little twist and something, and let's make it go on the bottom. Okay, there we go. Wow. Ooh. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Alright, now let's say you want to add another track, and now you want to put some words in there. And you can use whatever, whichever one, doesn't matter. You can use H2, let's say, since H1 can only be used once per page. So we have that as the title of the page anyhow. I mean the heading. So, alright, let's animate this. And now we're going to have to go to styles. And styles is where you can pick the color, whatever, and basically set the layout and positioning and so on and so on. You can in fact leave the soul alone for, let's exit the preview. See, there's the welcome to hotel. Now again, you just grab it with the mouse. Let's put it right here. And do the same thing as before with the timing, which is options. So now it's gonna come in from the right, the bed's gonna come from the left, and the duration. Now this is important because you want it to synchronize, to do something at the same time as the bed coming in. And this is when it becomes annoying to some extent, because if you have like 50 things going on, you have to time everything and make sure that things are happening when you want them. I'm just going to use whatever settings I had before. Yeah, that looks right. No, there it is. And of course, if you want to style it, you can, it's also a good idea to label the layers, and it's kind of difficult. I figured out, yeah, you have to like left and right click, or it won't let you. Yeah, there we go. In any case, yeah. You can, you know, increase the size of the font. And again, you see the little pop-ups there telling you and border. Yeah, there we go. Padding. This is all layout. This is all padding. So if you want padding, this entire line's padding. Border, if you want the, oh, let's see what happens. No, see right there, solid border of red on top, and now I'll put one on the bottom. Font family, no, that's fine. Height. I'm just fooling around, but you get the idea what needs to be done. And when you're done, you save the thing, and you're set. And the way you use it is you would go to Pages, add New, Advanced, Media, Advanced. Hey, and we seem to have gotten cut off there. We had the advanced layer slider, and here we would put the Enfold most beautiful theme ever. That's the one we've been editing, and yeah. Skip to the, oh yeah, I didn't save it.